I think this is working. Looks like it's working. I guess we'll find out soon, right? What's going on, Frey? You see and hear me? Good. No intro song? I have no idea. I'm running this off my Mac. I have no idea how to even. I have no idea how to easily. Let me quantify this. Qualify this. I have no idea how to easily play audio on the Mac and have it go onto the stream. Because Macs don't have any, like, you can't. How do I explain this? On Windows, you have the desktop audio, which is an audio input device essentially for OBS. On Mac, this doesn't exist, so you actually have to send it out a different program and then back into OBS. And I don't think work really wants to pay me to do that. A and B, I couldn't be bothered. Go on, Scum. Yeah, it's a little different setup today, huh? I don't know if I like the in the cutter view. You can see it moving. You can see a lot more of the area, but you can't really see what it's cutting. So I also can't get it up any higher because it just barely clears the arm. That arm goes right above it. When is it going to cut the camera? Hopefully never. Can't get it up. Yeah, dude. That's the way it goes. I'm sitting down at the wrong computer to change things. What's going on, Holgren? Doing some laser cutting. Let me change. Oh god, that did nothing. That made it worse. Maybe that'll be better. There we go. What's going on, Dr. Nick? I don't want to incriminate myself. Yes, this is my house. Um, let me tell you, this setup is beyond jank right now. So, we may have, yeah, it's my new apartment. We may have stuff go down, or I may have to stop the stream or stuff like that. But I should just barely clear my computer. Yes. Okay. Cool. I think we'll be okay. I need to change. Stop it. Unfortunately, I'm out of the medium gloves, and the large gloves we have are like actually large gloves, so my hands don't fit very well in them. Let me rephrase that. They feel comfortable for doing work, just not precise work like this. I want tighter gloves to do this. Alas, we are out of the tighter gloves. The Wi-Fi would be nice and clear right now? Yeah, dude. There's nobody on campus using it, right? What are we making? I can show you. Hang on a second. Oh, I put the fucking garbage in here. That's not what I want to do. I'm cutting out these half moons of foam, basically, and they're going to go inside of this. I'll hold it up to the camera in a second, but you can see it right there and there. Basically, what this ends up being is a face shield. Hopefully, you can see that. You should be able to see that. And so we're just cutting out the foam piece for that. Been doing that a lot lately, but they're using a lot of them, and we got to do it, right? Hopefully that looked okay. I didn't really get a chance to monitor it. Face shields music. The gloves don't fit like a glove? Yes. What's going on, Dark? How you doing, man? Yes, this is the whole lab. One of many. This one happens to be where the laser cutters are, and over there in the corner, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you probably can. Is the CNC. It's sounding okay, by the way. I have one AirPod in right now. That's what I'm using to record. Because they only have a couple hours battery life. And so I figured if I use one now, I can use the other one later. Ugh. In fact, I'm going to put the other one on the case on the charge while we're doing this because it needs to charge. Sounds good? Cool. A little but hearable. A little what? Oh, a little muffled. I see. Yeah, yeah. Doesn't have the 10 terawatts of bass. Yeah, bass. Fucking. I do audio for a living, right? Yeah. Well, it's gonna, and yeah, it's probably gonna be a bit muffled. You're listening through one ear, and I'm moving around and sticking my head in equipment and. Also, I know TMI, but I have fucking acne in both ears because I've been wearing these stupid headphones so much. I keep like wiping them down with alcohol every night, and my ears are like dying. Welcome to the life of gear. And so on the other machine, I'm going to be cutting this acrylic. Too much Assassin's Creed, New Hampshire. Everyone got sea bass on the brain. Yeah, I'm about to turn on the other half of the fans in this room, so hopefully it doesn't get too loud. No, I stopped playing Assassin's Creed a while ago. It was good up until there was one of them that came out on PC and just fucking the launch was horrendous, and I never picked it back up after they fixed it. Okay, I need to sign in. Oh. Wouldn't be so bad if it stayed like my gloves stayed down on my hand, but they don't. I put some rubber bands around. See, you can't even do that. You can't even put rubber bands around your wrist to keep the gloves down because you're gonna kill yourself. You're gonna cut your circulation off. So Oh my god, Corel Draw, I do not want to update. Thank you. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oop, nope. Oop. Go. I don't have a stop. I don't have a another camera for over here. Plus, trust me, the Mac's struggling how it is. I can't fucking. If OBS isn't the most forefront window, it crashes. Just to give you a little idea of how janky it is. Ship combat, yeah, yeah. Don't tell me what, Kavak. What? Sounds like OBS. What? Well, this is work. Oh, it sounds like OBS being temperamental. Yeah, like I said, if I don't have OBS as a selected program, it just like crashes. I like how on the recommended. I'm not signed in on this computer. I'm just looking at chat. The recommended channels are me. Interestingly enough, watching me, I'm recommended. That's good. Somebody else who I don't know, Zot, which is appropriate, and then Ashens, Asmongold, Games Done Quick, Bob Ross, and like 4 other people I don't know. And like almost everyone on the list is like several thousand viewers, maybe except for Ashens, who has 500. Why? What about other people who are related to me on this list? I know there's other people streaming. I never got a side view of it. I saw there was a lot of smoke coming off. I was like, oh shit, did it flare up? But no, I just never see it from the side. I don't know. I was looking at I remoted into my computer at home to look to set some stuff up, and it looked like there was more people online, but maybe I was wrong. Even still, you can still recommend people who are offline. No offense to Ashens, but I don't think we really have that much in common. I don't have anything in common with Games Done Quick. I don't have anything in common with Asmon Gold, as far as I know. Oh, my phone's going off. Factorio number 18 is being released today. Ah, fuck, that reminds me. I need to. I only have VOD set up on YouTube until April 13th. I have to go edit, not edit, but just name and publish 2 months worth of VODs right now. A speedrun Factorio? I don't know about that. Slow speedrun. Also, I would like an award for going an entire game without getting ran over by a train once. That means I'm related to GD. Yeah. All right. What up, Bob Ross, huh? Now, why am I related to Bob Ross? I got that fucking Kirby song stuck in my head. The Gourmet something. I'm trying not to hum it. I'm sorry. I forget that I have a microphone like attached to me. Gourmet race, yeah, yeah. We beat the devil out of the coronavirus. Let's not brag. No, 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 no. I get to brag as much as I want. That's a major award. Creative stream? Alright, alright. Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. What I really want to do is put that webcam on the gantry that's moving around, but I don't have the cable length, and I don't have any way to secure it. I think that would be sick. There's actually a camera built into the device, and I don't know if it's the frame rate of the camera or the frame rate that the laser cutter is setting at the computer. It's got a really low frame rate. I unfortunately can't access that without taking the machine apart, and I think that's beyond scope for what I should be doing. Oh, flare up. Pause. Stop. Go home. All right, we're good. See? Told you. No, I don't want to restart it. No, no, stop. Let's chat. Look at it. Happens. The key is to stop it before it gets too far, which is why I'm really trying to Hawkeye this. What's going on, Russian? How you doing, dude? Yeah, Kavaga's true. A goopy mess, yeah, dude. It just fucking it catches on fire and it like melts. It's nasty. It's terrible. It gets all over the place. And unfortunately, it starts from underneath, usually. So I need to watch it because it'll burn a little bit underneath, and then it'll come up to the top, and then it'll start burning. And I mean, you heard how long it was between I said, "Oh, flare up," and I put it out. You know, like it wasn't that long, but it's still that burned a good like 2-inch hole in that. Try to understand Factorio. Oh, dude, feel free to ask questions. Between me and Mustix, you'll be thoroughly confused. But seriously, the first couple times you play it is about learning like the meta of the game, not the meta of the game, how to play, how to like put things in and out of stuff, and then later you'll learn the meta, like don't don't put copper wires on a belt ever. You can ask Kavak too, yeah. No, no trains for me, man. I'm gonna pop the lid right here. It's going over that same area that we had cut that I flipped. So I'm just popping the lid so the laser turns off. There's interlocks that stop the laser from firing, but it will still move. Like I can turn on the red dot laser, red dot light. Excuse me. Red dot. There we go. You probably can't see that either. It's probably gonna go. Yeah, you can't see it, but it's going into the area we already cut. It's alright. I'll lose the material for not having a fire in the machine. No, but no more trains. No more running over with trains. Sworn off it. Hmm. I keep forgetting it's Sunday. I was gonna ask you all how's working from home, but most of you probably aren't working from home today. Mix three different three different objects. Been using stacked belts recipe mods in your current playthrough. It's been helping you unstuck copper wire belts. Copper wire transport sucks. Yep. No trains. Ugh. That's okay, Dark. That doesn't change what happened this time. Getting run over by a tank is not getting run over by a train. We could do a no trains map. It's gonna suck. Um, should probably do a map with biters too eventually, right? Probably do Bob Angels, no belt, no train. God, that would suck. That would be so dumb. It'd just be us running around delivering materials. No train so far. Yeah, that's a little bit kind of mid game. Vanilla spritz cookies, lemon spritz. Ah, they used to have these cookies that were like vanilla wafers that had lemon powder on the outside. That was so good. Blue science, yeah, dude. Fucking every science past green is a pain. Red and green are just like, oh yeah, shit, this ain't bad. And then you get to like gray, and you're like, oh, I don't like this. And then you get to blue, and you're like, ugh. And then purple is just killer. And then fucking yellow, you're just like, maybe I don't need to play this game anymore. And then by space, you've wrapped around, and you're ready to go. No whammy, no whammy. Oh, camera moves. Blue is where life starts to hurt. Um, you know what would be great? Excuse me, if I had. Oh, if I had those command strips, the Velcro ones, I could probably get one of these cameras inside of here. You know, better cameras, but can't really leave to go look for it. When you make your pasta later, should you use penne or elbow? Ah, penne. I don't like elbow. Elbow belongs in Kraft macaroni cheese only, or it excels greatly. Hmm. I'm doing alright. What about you, dude? Are you enjoying Factorio Russian or no? The first time I played it, I didn't like it, and the second time I played it, I was like, oh shit, this is great. I wonder if it's like I wonder if I can get one AirPod synced to my phone and one synced to the computer, and I could listen to music, but don't think it's worth trying to figure it out. Try to put your entire factory on one sushi belt. Yep. One of my first playthroughs, I had a belt that went around my perimeter to deliver ammo to guns, and I was like, oh, I don't need to have all this. So I side loaded gun ammo on one side, and then like whatever else I needed on the other side, just to deliver it around the map. It became half sushi, half ammo, and things didn't go quick enough. Let me tell you. When you have a yellow belt that is, I don't know, 2,000 belts long, things don't get where you want them to go quickly. Oh, I still don't use circuits. No, that's not true. I started using circuits, but you guys gotta let me know if there's a flare up. Gloves, goggles. Yeah, there are no command strips as far as I can tell. You getting better with circuits? Yeah, yeah. I know about the sushi circuits. I'm not a fan. I don't do that. Even for like science, where it probably makes the most sense to sushi, I don't do it. I'll go for the grabbers. Oh, and you have Nutella on the banana bread. Got them. Just Nutella, no toast. Take the Nutella, leave the toast. I'm wondering where else I could put this camera, to be honest. It's got a weird, like, U-shaped handle that is bendy. So, like, you can bend it, but you can't really bend it, like, around things. It's meant to just, like, bend over the top of your monitor, but... we're doing the podcast Tuesday as per usual. We're doing Quibi, which launches Tuesday. I think if you go to their website, you can still get a 3-week free trial if you enter your email. I'm not sure. And then potentially the Lion King. No, the Tiger King. Maybe an episode of that. Um, the Tiger King is interesting. It's weird. We'll discuss more on a podcast, but if you have Netflix, so I definitely watch an episode. Do I use Cura for my prints? I do, yeah. I mean, we have all Ultimaker machines, and the ones that aren't Ultimaker are Taz's, which have their own version of Cura. Let's see. What can I do with this camera? What if I stuck you guys in here? Would that be any better? I don't know. I don't know if I could tape you in there like that. Um, this would be a cool view, but you wouldn't be able to do that with the door closed. That might not be so bad if I could tape you there. That will definitely not interfere with anything. I can't get the tape through the gloves. What's going on, Monster Man? How you doing, man? Laser cutter now on laser disc. God, laser discs are ancient now. You got to finish your laser disc. I can't peel this tape with these gloves on. And yes, I only have painter's tape, so this will be a janky camera mount as well. It's like everything else about this stream. All right, let's see what I can do. Oh, I never just realized that's not gonna work. It's gonna interfere with the hinge. Fuck. Damn it. Where can I put you? Hmm. This kind of sucks. I don't know where to put you guys. Yeah, that pretty much blocks that entire thing. I'm gonna just tape you right here. Let's see how badly this goes. Yeah, I can't rotate the camera up enough to make it worthwhile to do that. Yeah. Nope. Hmm. The problem is the arm. It travels the full length this way, you know, towards the edge and back out. So I need to have it either above that completely or below that completely. I was gonna hang you on this little this guy, but when this closes, this goes parallel, so I can't do that. Ah, I think there's a handle inside of this though. Stuff you right in the handle. It's not gonna stay. Well, looks like we're going back where we were. Sorry, guys. That's about all I can offer you. Like I said, if I could find some command strips, I could put that camera inside of there. But I don't have command strips. I guess if I had command strips, I could hang that other camera somewhere too. But was it Rocky on Laserdisc? Yeah, I think so. You'll get cut up and you'll like it. I guess I could tape you on top again. The problem with that is when I open the door to the machine, it goes upside down. So Penny's lost cousin. Is that me? Or is that the one that has the club? Ava Mendez. Maybe that'll be enough to hold it. Welcome back, scum. Keep reaching for my knife and it's not in my pocket or in my holster. Start one of those DIY channels on YouTube, except long and boring because everything's in real time. Only 19,420 more? Nice. Nice. Man, I had a cookie earlier and it was really good. That is all. Thank you. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Chocolate chip cookie. We have this, I don't want to call it a market. I want to call it a convenience store. There's a little hole in the wall upstairs. There's literally a hole in the wall that has like a cooler, like a fridge for drinks, a fridge for food, and then like a couple of shelves for not refrigerated food, and like a walk-up kiosk. So you're the cashier. It's they have somebody watching the video cameras, and you pay for it, blah blah blah. And they had cookies, and I bought a cookie. I also bought some water and a bag of, what is this? Munchies Cheese Fix flavored snack mix, which I will enjoy later. Nothing says healthy like cheese and salt. Oh, my other laser cutter just finished as well. Cheese and salt mix. Oh god, cheese and salt. Ugh. Cheese is already salty. Cheese nips? Cheese nips are too dry for me. I say as I'm about to eat cheese fix. I don't mind like one or two, but like more than that, it's too much for me. I need a drink. It's too dry. Same with like Chips Ahoy. Too dry. I'll have the chewy ones that are artificially chewy forever. My garbage bag is almost full too. Also, I need things that I can eat with gloves on that don't require me to touch the food item. So I guess cheese nips, if I poured the bag into my mouth, would work. That's what I've been doing with like the cookie. I held the cookie through the bag, The cheese mix, I'll either take a break and wash my hands and eat it, or use my gloves in the bag. All right. Let's see if we get a good camera view outside the bed. You're gonna come with me. That's a pretty shitty camera view. Eh, not great. There really is no good way to do this, is there? No, the tree ones are great. Corn dog. Ooh, oh, yeah, stick food. Yeah, yeah. Exactly what I need. I guess maybe if I move this whole thing left, it would be centered more. Unfortunately, the lights. If I turn out the lights, the other camera's not going to work very well. Ah, God, this is the best camera view for the fucking laser cutter, though. Look at that. It looks great. If it were centered a bit more. But the other, I can't do the other light. Are you afraid of gear in the dark? You should be. No, I'm joking. I need an adult. No, it's not sponsored by Epilogue. That being said, Epilogue, if you're watching, please sponsor me. Epilogue, what if I do one stream a month of me just cutting out things in the laser cutter? Don't forget, that's the Epilogue Fusion Pro 80-watt laser cutter. You can get one for yourself for only $25,000. I don't know how much this costs. I think a lot more than that, to be honest. That's FUSIONPRO. Use the discount code in chat and I'll get 30%. Oh God, could you imagine? I would love getting 30% of a fucking laser cutter sale. I'd be rich. I don't know, the guy that comes around to service them or train us when we get new ones, this is the third one we've gotten, actually. Um, he's a cool dude. That sounds like a cool job, is to go service machines and shit. You gotta deal with everyone who breaks their fucking machines, I guess, but like... Sorry, I'm trying to tape this down a little bit better. A little bit more. See, I went too far to the right. Left, excuse me. Can it destroy an incoming world-ending meteor? No, unfortunately not, Wolfgang. Epilogue laser eBay auction, yes. Fist, in theory, it could be. What ends up happening is you have a focal point that the laser is focusing on, and considering it's, in theory, a singular point in space, you have whatever the thickness of the material is around it that is not in focus. So technically, with this half-inch sheet of foam, there's probably like a quarter inch on either side that is not really in focus, but it's still cutting due to the power. So in order to do like a two sheets, which would be a 1 inch, I have 1 inch foam. This is 1 inch foam over here. These two. In order to do that and cut all the way through, you're gonna need more than double the power. And at that point, you're just ending up with a higher risk of catching on fire, unfortunately. So Yes, it's possible to do more at once, but because of the volume we're doing, it's safer to do it this way, and in the long run, it's better. Because if I had to deal with it flaring up and catching on fire every couple minutes, it would not be worth my time. I just realized that the camera is actually probably going to fall out of this when I open up the thing. We'll have to see. If it does, will you tell me if everything's still attached behind the machine? I don't think it. I think the tube was coming off last time I was back there. The air tube, let's see. Oh. Looking alright so far. You know what the problem with this is, right? You know what the problem with this is? You enjoy the view? There is no good spot to put this fucking laser cutter, dude. The camera, excuse me. No good spot for laser cutter either, but it's sponsored by avocados from Mexico. Yeah, this camera's not working out up here either. Let's see the jank ass setup I had to do. Shove it back in the machine. Oh, they're cutting me pieces of foam. I just sliced my fucking. I just sliced the tip off my glove. My finger wasn't in it. But now I gotta get a new glove. Look at this. Look at that. I don't even know if you could see it. Where are the printers? They're upstairs. Some of them are upstairs. Some of them are in another building. Ugh. Oh, there's a printer. Finished a long time ago. I forgot. The other printer. The other laser cutter. All right, y'all got to keep an eye on that. Alright, Scump, I'll catch you later. You know what I didn't do is get more more acrylic sheets. I needed more. So Twitch was telling me that they're gonna have a new offline page for people soon. Let's see. Maybe it's already up and I just didn't know it, and I didn't hit the button to start it or whatever. I don't know. All right, let's go in. An offline page. So like, if you go to my stream and I'm not streaming, you'll see something different. I don't know. I was able to put in like my YouTube URL and my Twitter URL, and I got to choose a trailer video and all that shit. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. One of the things I hate about this, I gotta like sit here and watch this, so I can't sit down. I'm just like, ugh. What time is it? It is 2:16. Damn. I wonder how good the captions work on OS X. Huh. I don't even know if OS X has a caption service built in. It might, because of Siri and Apple. Nope. I don't even see an option to. You know what I could do? Oh, here, ready? If I did this. Stop, let me click, mouse. That's not good. What are my hours for today? Whenever the shit's done, I guess. I don't know. Alright, this might be loud. Hang on. Oh. Can you hear that? Probably not, right? Interesting. Hang on, I promise I'm trying to get something working. Now you can hear it. How's that? Probably gonna get tons of ads, but music's too loud. Is that too loud? It shouldn't be. God. All these fucking workarounds to get OBS on Mac to work so you can hear it, so I can hear it. That is actually pretty loud, it looks like. How's that? Is that better? You can hear me more appropriately now? I don't know when Link's gonna come back. If I'm gonna be honest, I'd love to play it, but I have less time than I did before now, you know what I mean? So I don't know how I'd be able to like really balance that with working. I'm probably gonna go to around 4 or 5-ish. I don't know if I'll stream everything, but I'm actually genuinely curious as to how it sounds. I'm gonna turn it on the computer over here and see what we get. Turn it on the computer over here and see what we get. Can you guys even hear the music? Turn it up a bit. I don't know anymore. Without being able to sit down and like figure this out. You can? Alright. Like I said, I can't wait for all the YouTube ads. I couldn't actually select. It wouldn't let me select the video that was not a playlist. It made me select a playlist. Alright. Now let me try that again. Let me get one that doesn't have ads all over it. Nope. Alright. This might crash OBS, so I'll be back. Jesus Christ. Why is it so loud? Alright, it didn't crash. Okay, cool. Okay, that shouldn't have any ads in it now. Nice, relaxing RuneScape to listen to while laser cutting. Can't ask for a better day, huh? Maybe to not be at work? I don't know. Maybe that's just greedy of me. Also, I feel like anyone who has the option between Mac and Windows to stream and chooses Mac on purpose is asking for fucking heartache and trouble. It's a brand new Mac laptop within the last year, so it's not underpowered, but OBS likes to crash. You can't directly capture desktop audio, so you have to use a third-party program. There's none built in. Why they can't partner with someone to put one in, I don't know. The default resolution is all fucked up because the Mac's desktop resolution is all weird, wonky, because they have a ultra, they have a weird aspect ratio, not aspect ratio. They have a weird, what the fuck am I thinking? Resolution. All this weird shit. Make you want to go nap? Then go nap, dude. I'm not gonna stop you. Leave the stream up. Listen to the sounds of industrial machinery cutting as you drift off to sleep. Gears grinding you to sleep, yeah. Actual gears, not me, yes. Let's see. Maybe it's on my phone. Hmm. Another one in. We're cutting 36 each one of those. That sheet that caught on fire earlier cost me about maybe 10 pieces. But all the rest have been doing 36 a piece. There, like that. sure that will fuck everything up in the future, but... Am I selling them? No, they're being sent to the hospital across the street. There's a hospital where I work. Some of them are also going to nursing homes and stuff like that. How much do I need to make today? I don't really have a goal for an amount to make. Just trying to make as many as I can, basically. A, because of the flare-ups, it's better if I do this than students do this. We do have some students working for us. And B, if for some reason I have to not be here, like I get sick, I want there to be as many as I can have prepared beforehand. You know what I mean? A true phantom thief, yes. So I'm just trying to crank out as many as I can whenever I'm here. I'm also, that laser cutter over there is also cutting stuff as well. This mini right here. It's cutting out, sorry, I know the fan's loud on that one. It's cutting out these little back pieces that we can use. I can show you. Don't catch on fire. You can see the back piece right there. It's made of acrylic with the rubber bands around it. We're using that as a substitute for elastic, because it's very hard to get elastic right now. So at least with that piece in the middle, it doesn't grab onto people's hair as much. It still does, unfortunately. It's not that loud? Okay, good. I'm sure there's probably some filtering going on, but unfortunately, this one has an external air pump, and that's loud. And the filter, it's a BOPA filter, it's pretty loud too. Like both of these filters right here. The only thing it does suck though is the fucking breathing in polyurethane and acrylic fumes. The filters get most of it, but not all of it, you know. No, so I work. This hair on my chest, yeah. I work at a university, and the university also has a hospital attached on the other side of the road. So I don't work for the hospital. I don't even work for the hospital normally. It's just this is where the facilities are that have all laser cutters and stuff, which I work part-time. I split my hours in my normal job. I guess 32 of them go towards AV, and 8 of them go towards this makerspace. And so they've just kind of commandeered my hours to work in the makerspace to get as many masks done as we can. You know, like I said, it's not just me. There's a bunch of students helping out too, but you know, stuff like this, you know, all the flare-ups, it's better to do this, or maintenance of the machines. You know, a lot of the people who help me maintain the 3D printers aren't on campus, and it's very hard to get back on campus. I have a letter. I have an actual letter that says I can go back on campus. So I think very soon they're going to start restricting who's allowed on campus, and I have to have this letter or a modified ID card to get on campus. They're building 5 field hospitals, 5 buildings to make this giant field hospital. So I think once most of that's done, they're going to start restricting access to the campus because they want people to get screened and stuff and all this stuff before they can go to the hospitals and blah blah blah. You know, yeah, you know, it's getting to the point where it's going to be big. You know. I think, yeah. Uh, yeah, alright, cool. Trying to set up the, trying to set up the side chain so it ducks the audio when I speak, so we can turn the audio up a little higher. I think I got it right. Yes, no? Not quite. Maybe this will work better. Oh boy, that kills it. Okay. Alright, how about that? Is that better? I need to increase that. Alright, we're getting there. I don't want it to like completely get knocked out of the park, you know what I mean? It's not already big there. Oh no, it is. It is pretty big, but it's gonna get bigger. It's definitely gonna get bigger, you know? Hopefully it just doesn't get too big, you know? That's kind of what we're trying to avoid. This will allow us to have a lot more capacity by building more hospitals. More hospital space. But yeah, they're just going right over the soccer fields. They took all the lights out of a parking lot, all the you know the fucking lights, and they're just removing all the stuff on campus. You know what I mean? To make room for all this. Just gotta wait and see what happens. You know. They didn't shut down the schools. I mean, everything's online. They didn't shut them down. You know what I mean? How bad are things outside the city? I think the county I'm in is one of the worst ones. Maybe not worse than like this, like Queens or whatever, or Brooklyn. Not Brooklyn. There's a lot more area here, but I think we have a similar number of people. Um, to be honest, I haven't gone to the hospital to even see how busy it is. So I can't give you a real estimate as to how bad it is there. But I don't know, it's not good, you know? I'm on campus, yes. The hospital is on the other side of the highway that separates the main campus from the hospital campus. So I don't get to see the hospital per se. So I don't really get a chance to judge it. The filter's still a little heavy. Just want it to be very gently quiet instead of super duper quiet. Yeah, that's alright. Just ducks a little bit for my voice. That way we can bring it up here and you can still hear me. You enjoy Run Escape. Everything is online, including universities. Yeah, that's what we're basically aiming for here. They already announced that the summer is going to be online as well, which is pretty major because a lot of our money comes from in school. Over 300K, yeah, dude. Whatever Suffolk County. Let's see. Trying to see where we have our numbers. April 4th, which is yesterday. We have almost 15,000 patients hospitalized, 124 deaths. God, that's fucking loud. I'm sorry. I don't know why RuneScape is so uneven. Ah, fuck, I got another flare up. Damn it. They tell me how many tests they've administered. I don't know. Just a pain. You need a giant stop button? I do have a giant stop button, but it just stops everything. I gotta turn it on and off and redo everything. To be honest, opening it up and just blowing on it works so much better. Yeah, it's pretty hard to get tested. You have to actually be showing symptoms, basically. Problem is, there's not really enough facilities to test if everyone just got tested, you know what I mean? So they kind of have to pick who they test. Yeah, it does vary state to state, yeah. Yeah, it definitely shouldn't be. Yeah, that's what I heard too. You can have it and not show symptoms. Definitely one of the things I worry about, you know? I got my hand deep in this thing making these masks. I'm just trying to be vigilant about always wearing gloves and washing my hands and trying not to, like, breathe on anything that I'm working on. Oh, laser cutter just finished. Sorry, not masks. Face shields. I keep saying masks and I keep correcting people who say masks, but they're not masks, they're face shields. Sorry. I keep getting that wrong, but yeah. Show you an example of one of them. That's what they look like. I'm gonna let this sit for a minute. I'm gonna go empty out the other one. I'm out of acrylic though. Fuck. I gotta go upstairs to get more acrylic. Yeah, I feel that dark. Looks like riot police equipment. Well, it's very, very thin, so it probably wouldn't help them much. But yeah, I had to go to the DMV to get my driver's license renewed a couple weeks ago, and I went up by my parents because the ones down here were like packed. I couldn't get an appointment, and I was gonna stay over and like spend the day with them, and I was like, well, now I can't. Like I gotta protect them, and I ended up really only staying for a few minutes to pick up paperwork and like my birth certificate and all that shit, and then they wanted me to stay, and I was like, I can't stay. Why? I don't know if I have it. I don't know if you have it. Why put all ourselves at risk like that? Oh fuck! I missed the bag. So I ended up not really staying. They so far have been okay, but like my aunt tested negative. My uncle tested positive. My uncle went to the ER last week. He went back again today, and my aunt went for the first time today. So they're both in the ER right now, and it's like, I don't want that for my parents. I don't want that for my aunt and uncle either, but I don't want that for my parents. If me not spending a ton of time with them right now means I can spend time with them later, that's preferred. All right, I gotta get more acrylic. What do you mean they don't quarantine them? Well, no, you can quarantine at home if you have it, but they had to go back so they couldn't breathe. Sorry, I got stuff stuck in the. This bed's a honeycomb. The other one is like a cross pattern. There's just pieces of acrylic stuck in the honeycomb I'm trying to get out before I do another cut, so that they don't catch on fire. You're not allowed to visit doctors if you have it. Interesting. Wow. Yeah, no. I mean, they went to the ER, not like a regular doctor, the emergency room, but it's interesting. I mean, it makes sense. You really should be going to the emergency room if you have it and you have bad enough symptoms that you need to go to the doctor, People in hazmat suits come to your house. That's interesting. See, that's how I think they should be doing it here, to be honest, but, here, you stay home by yourself. If you have trouble breathing, you call the ER and you go in. At least that's what it's been here. But then you got people who like don't feel well and call 911. It's like, no. You only call 911 if you can't breathe. and you need to go to the hospital. Or call 911 because you have a cough or your nose is runny. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter if you think you have it. Like, there are people who are like dying who have it, who need the attention. You know, not you with your cold. You know, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. We're facing stuff on a scale that we really haven't in the past before, and unfortunately, there's a lot of fear about it, which is both fortunate and unfortunate. But it's causing people to act less rationally than they should be. You know. Just trying to get the gunk off of here. I'm gonna give it 2 minutes to dry, and I'm gonna go get some acrylic from upstairs. You're gonna lose my headphones, so you'll probably be hearing the audio from the room. So I'm just gonna mute them. Let you guys listen to RuneScape for a minute. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I don't know if I'm back or not. Looks like I might be. Yeah. Ugh. Sorry. Apparently, when I walk away and my mic disconnects, the computer decides it wants to go to sleep. So I'm back. I got a whole bunch of acrylic. Stuff that up. Man, it's getting hot in here, though. You can hear me still, right? Yeah, okay, good. What time did we say it was? Like 2:30? 3 o'clock. Ooh. I can't do this with gloves on. I gotta peel this paper off the face of the acrylic. It's getting hot here since last month and you hate it. Ah, that sucks. It's starting to warm up here. Unfortunately, with all these machines running and me wearing the sweatshirt, I'm starting to sweat a little bit, but I guess that's life, right? I wonder if I did 2 sheets at once. No. I have 2 laser cutters. This one right here, and that one right there that you have the inside view of. There's also a CNC cutter in the far back. There's a bunch of tools behind the garbage and all that, which is kind of blocked. And that's it for here, really. Work tables if you want to do stuff with hand tools, stuff like that. There's a whiteboard. You can't see it because the camera's mounted to the same wall as it. Next door, I have a bandsaw. Next door, I have a bandsaw and a drill press. I got a bandsaw. The tickle machine, what? Yeah, CNC is right back over here. It's probably hard to see, but come on. Right here. Yeah, this is part of my the college that I work at, yeah. Little CNC. Did I make a Command and Conquer figure with it yet? No, I haven't. Never played Command and Conquer. Mm. CNC, CNC, yeah, classic. What's going on, Kavak? How you doing, man? Oh, it's all good stick. He got a CNC for making guitars. I can see how that would be nice. Just fucking plug it in on the computer and send it off to cut stuff out, right? All right, I'll take the sweatshirt off. Oh, I'm dying. Makes life a lot easier. He loves the thing. He's a woodworker. Yeah. Oh yeah. I can imagine how much nicer it is than hand shaping and sketching and all that shit. Um, Ours isn't that big. Ours is what is this? Looks like 50 by 50 centimeters. The bed. So you could probably do the body if it wasn't huge. Maybe do the body in halves. This is what I usually do. No, I usually play video games, but with the advent of there's a hospital attached to the school, and they need face shields for all the virus stuff going around. I've been kind of pulled into this, so most of the time I'm playing actual video games. It's just right now this is a nice way to socialize a bit while I work, and because I've been working so many hours trying to get the stuff up, I haven't had time to do normal streams as often as I normally do, or for as long as I normally do. So it's just a good way to keep going. What's going on, Masaka? How you doing, dude? He's making face cards too. Nice. It's like VR chat, kind of. I'm doing well. Tired. I went to sleep after the stream last night and slept till morning, but I had a really weird dream, actually. I rarely ever dream, so it was weird to have a dream and to have one so weird. Um, the reason labs are usually on par stream. I'm crazy in a lab alone? Yeah, well, just trying to get my socializing in, but I had a dream that one of my coworkers um, posted a picture of my bedroom on 4chan for some reason, but I had a urinal in my bedroom, my apartment, whatever it was, and he was trying to get people to make fun of me, but everyone seemed to think it was a cool idea because he didn't have to go run to the bathroom. Hey, thank you, Toxic 666. Yeah, I do audio on the side as well. When No, he's probably talking about down below in the About Me section. Um, when I'm not working this job, I mix audio on the weekends for like bands at bars and stuff. And I went to college for audio, but because there's no bars that are open, I'm not doing that right now, unfortunately. Right, I don't choose my dreams. You yell at my coworker. He's posting pictures of my apartment online for people to make fun of me. The joke's on him because everyone else wanted a urinal in their apartment as well. So it would stink the room. Yeah, my music died. Really? Like it's gone still? I don't know if you can make pasta with it. I mean, I guess you could cut out like lasagna sheets. Did I have a sink as well? I can't remember. To be honest, like 2/3 of the dream was me trying to find a computer to get online to check the post. It was the time between my first alarm went off and I got up and went to the bathroom and then laid back down, and I had like another hour to just kind of like, chill and relax. And it was in that hour, so I spent most of that hour trying to find a computer in my fake dream, my real dream, my daydream. I don't know. No music, huh? Let me try this. Browser, okay. I'm sure it's showing on screen, that's okay. Oh, it's loud. It's loud for me, not for you, because you can't hear it. Hang on, it's coming back. I mean, you can hear it already, but alright, it should be back to normal-ish now. Stronghold, never played Stronghold, no. If you get a boombox. The problem is the only mic I have attached to this right now is either the internal mic, which is gonna suck, or I'm wearing an AirPod that's connected via Bluetooth. So my voice you're hearing through that. The music you're hearing, God, through OBS I made a browser source, and they added this feature a while ago where you can control the volume through OBS instead of it being a return to your desktop instead. So I'm doing that, and I'm monitoring it via OBS, and I have it coming out via OBS to you guys, and I have a filter that's a compressor that's keyed to my voice so that when I talk, it's supposed to be quieter. It's not really doing a whole ton, but that's okay. Another sheet in here. I want to eat my cheese mix. Hopefully now the music's coming through appropriately, though. It's weird, because it said it was sending you the music, but it wasn't. Alright, I'm gonna mute myself while I eat some of this cheese mix, because you don't want to hear me fucking crunch on this. No, remember, it has to have the M in it. So it's Gearomatic. Because RuneScape is like universal. I feel like I could tell that sound font anywhere, even if it was other music. What's going on, Mac? Sorry, I got my mouth full. Definitely the way to do it, P7. The one day I worked at home so far, I hopped on a call with one of my other coworkers and we just talked for a couple hours while we did our work. That's partially why I'm streaming. Oh yeah, game music does not escape once it's in. Oh god, top three, that's tough, man. The problem is I get tainted by what I played recently. So like RuneScape, Red Dead 2, and maybe Death Stranding. Like I don't know. I keep getting new favorites as time goes on. I still listen to all three of those soundtracks. Persona 5 is shaping up to be pretty good, but I haven't heard all of it. And due to the length of the game, I'm starting to like be okay with like the music instead of really digging it. You know? Did I beat Death Stranding? Yes, I did. That's actually all up on YouTube now. Killer Instinct. Oh no, Persona 5 music is great, and I think once I'm done playing with it, I'll appreciate it more. But now that I'm playing it, I'm like the battle music is the same music, every time. It's like what, two variations on it or whatever. The menu, not menu music, but like when you wake up, that music is the same every day. Like I'm just a little lackluster on the variation right now. I think is what's getting me. You just checked what, Space Doggo? What's up? Gear Hands, yeah. Pokemon Silver, Final Fantasy X, and Minecraft. Minecraft is good, man. 12 hours of Factorio, dude. Welcome to the club, man. Wait until you go stream what, 16 hours, 17 hours? What I did? You'll one of us. Gobble gobble. That's how Factorio is meant to be played. You get that gamer girlfriend, yeah, dude. You can thank me and curse me, Space Doggo, no worries. Yeah, Zelda has some good stuff too, yeah. Alright, Space Doggo. Link's Awakening is the one where he wakes up on the beach. Curse me? Okay, thank you, Frank. I played the Game Boy one version of that. It was okay. To be honest, I didn't like the art style for the re-release. I didn't see more than their trailers and stuff. I haven't seen any gameplay, but that didn't speak to me. And I had recently played it, so I was like, do I really want to spend money to play it again when I just played it? You might be able to get it digitally now. Wow. It's a lot harder to put sweatshirts on with gloves on, let me tell you. The gloves get stuck on the insides. Not worth the 60? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. This thing cuts things in such a weird order. There's 12 per vertical row, left to right for you. And there's 3 columns, closer and farther from you. And so it cuts the first one in the second column, the first one in the third column, the first one in the first column, all the way down the first column, then the third one from the second column, and the second one from the second column, and the fourth one all the way down in the second column. I'm laser cutting foam for them, yeah, so if you look at the smaller screen, that little foam piece right here, I'm cutting out to stick inside of the shield here, the face shield. Our medical professionals didn't want to approve it without that, because there's something called the chimney effect, where air rises up from down below and goes out the top. And if the top's open like it is without foam, that is drastically increased. Also, it's going on Seaside. Oh, I almost took a good handful and threw them away. That's not good. So you know I've been doing it for too long. I'm doing all right. Tired. What time we got? 3:30. Yeah, I'll probably go for another half hour-ish. Whenever the smaller laser cutter does a half-hour cut, and so when that finishes in a few minutes, I'll do one more half-hour cut on it, and then I'll be done for today. And then I'll go home, eat something, and probably stream Persona. My ear's itchy, but I can't itch my ear with gloves on. All right, Stick. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. I'll catch you later. Do we recycle the foam? As far as I know, all these pieces we're cutting out, are going to be trashed when they're done, because they'll be used by doctors who will be in contact with victims. The hospital may choose to recycle it. I don't know. That's unfortunately outside of my knowledge. What's going on, Fist? Yeah, still going. I'm probably going to go for another half hour, a little bit longer, 45 minutes, and then be done. There are companies that do that, Fist. People actually sell machines that do that. So there's a company making machines that you grind up the filament and you put it in and it remelts it and will re-spool it on a spool basically as new filament, depending on what kind of filament it is. The problem with that is anything that's not an industrial like filament making machine is a little inconsistent on the thickness of the filament, and so that can limit how useful it is. For someone who's doing a home setup, that might not be so bad because they can sit there and watch it. But for something like this, where we're setting things to print and walking away to do other stuff, it's a little tough because if it jams or clogs or whatever, we lose time, you know. GATR. Are they making machines that do it, or are they accepting filament and doing it? But yeah, I don't really have any control on what the hospital does, unfortunately. I haven't seen any come back. I'd be worried about seeing some come back. In theory, what they should be doing is, at the end of the day, putting them all in a garbage bag, sealing the garbage bag, and then putting that in storage for a week, if not 2. And that way they still have a whole bunch later. It won't last 2 weeks on the material, but unfortunately, the foam and the 3D printing is not airtight. They're porous, so it's a lot harder to clean, you know? Our second version that works with acrylic is a lot easier to clean. 3D print antennas, huh? Manual grinder? Oh boy. I can hope they're recycling it, but unfortunately, beyond that, I don't really have any say. Oh, man, I am tired though. DM that to me on Discord, Dark. I'll check it out when I get home. All right, Fist. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. I got rid of the bag I was putting these in, or I closed the bag. Yeah, let's see. Come on, Charger. Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh, fuck. My Charger's all tangled. Hang on. Here's the other printer. Go ahead, a cat named Charger. Come on, buddy. Let's go, Charger. Feel like you're on VR but drunk? Sorry. So these have these little pieces in them, like this one. And if you go like this, a lot of times they come out. There you go. Fuck, they keep falling down below. Because I'm not responsible. Cool, now these can all go in a bag. The majority of the pieces have been taken out. Welcome back, Space Doggo. How was your meal? Everything good? Just a snack? Gotcha. This is the best part. You go like this, and they get stuck on these honeycombs, and they fall right in. Stragglers. It's okay. I'm just putting them down below the honeycombs because I'm gonna vacuum it out anyway. One more cut to do. Open the last few pieces down below. Alright. My plan is 2 yes. It probably won't be for another like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, Space Doggo. So we'll get some sleep, man. If you've been playing Factorio for 12, you still have some birthday cake. Did we wish you happy birthday? I don't remember. Well, happy birthday if we didn't. Right, you were saying that you were 21 and you couldn't go out, right? Or the bars were closed or something? I don't remember. Is that you? I think that was you. We'll let you hang out with this guy for a bit, alright? How about that? Sorry about the glare. I don't really have a good way of combating that. No, that's worse. There we go. How about that? There we go. Okay, you guys watch this for a while. I'm gonna keep cutting on the other machine. I gotta take my charger out of the bed, actually. $26, right. He's happy in his bed. Well, his bed's about to be filled with lasers, so he ain't gonna be happy for long. There's a laser in my bed. I actually have more cameras upstairs now that I think about it. Smaller ones, it would be easier to get inside of one of these. But I didn't think about it, and by the time I got it all set up, it probably would be done with everything. Maybe next time. We could probably, in theory, do that other cut a lot faster. It's just it's gonna be a little bit more melty and not as nice looking. So I figured if it's gonna be touching people's heads or hair directly, I'll make it a little bit nicer. Take a little bit longer. That's all right. Thankfully, that's almost set and forget. Just gotta monitor it. Not as closely as the polyurethane foam, but now that I have the camera on it, I can watch it easier. Man, you know what? My hands are starting to split. Like the skin's starting to split in some places. I don't think I've ever experienced that before. I've been working hard and washing my hands, and I gotta start using lotion, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, near the fingernails. Like if you look at your left thumb, right at the base of the fingernail, that skin that's right there next to it is exactly where it's splitting. And it's not like the peeling split that you get when like you have a piece of nail that pulls up. It's actually just like a crack in my finger almost. You know what I mean? Let's see. I don't know if you'll be able to see on my thumb right there. It'll focus. You can't see it. It's out of focus. Oh. The alert, the earbuds running low on battery is always at max volume, no matter what volume you have the music on. So it's so freaking loud. Swap my left ear pod. Alright, you can still hear me, yeah? Looks like it. Swapping out ear pods. They only last, how long have I been streaming? 2.5 hours? Sounds good, cool. That's one of the things I'm disappointed in with them. I mean, I didn't pay anything for them, so it's not like I'm angry about it. But yeah, it kind of sucks. They're small. You know what I mean? It's like you need 2 sets of AirPods to like actually function and charge at the same time, you know. But that's why I was only using one this whole time. So I ran, you know, what was that, 2.5 hours down on one, and it's telling me low battery, so I just swapped it to the other one, which has been charging. It's like the old Bluetooth, so you'd only wear it in one ear. Now it's the new Bluetooth, so you only wear it in one ear. They do cost a shit ton of money, and they don't work well? You must not have heard of Apple before. You know what? There was a time when the Apple products were nice products, and they had their place in music and video and pictures, picture editing and all that. But now they're just expensive. You could do everything you could do on a normal computer, you know? Pro Tools, when I was in college, Pro Tools worked so much better on a Mac. When I left college and they released a new version of Pro Tools, it works just as well on Windows. It's a little bit, I don't want to say jank, it's a little bit harder to use because it was made for Mac, but everything's still there. It still works. You have this weird thing where, like, you have the program, and then inside the program you have windows. So if you want to use multiple monitors, you have to drag the main window all the way across all of them, and then you can use whatever else inside of it. So that makes it a bit tough sometimes if you have multiple monitors. But everything else just fucking works like it's supposed to. But like I said, there was a time when the stuff worked better on Mac, and that's why they got so widely used for art people and all that. And even somewhat today, some things work a little bit better on it. Peripherals that are designed to work with Mac and all that, and the driver support is a little bit better on Mac because it's a little bit more closed, and Macs in general have a little bit more closed ecosystem, so it's harder for them to break, I guess. Generalization, of course. But, I mean, my computer is built as a Hackintosh. I don't do it anymore, what I used to, where I would dual boot Mac and Windows depending on what I wanted. and it cost me, I want to say, a little bit less than whatever their flagship at the time was to do that. Maybe about the same as their flagship machine, but it killed it in specs. You know, so I don't know. Come on, buddy. If you don't get this door closed exactly right, it doesn't cut, which is fine because it's not supposed to cut when the door's open. But yeah, it's a shame. And unfortunately, with the new version of iOS, they've been making it really difficult for like programs to use your, record your screen or take screenshots or use your mic and camera without permission. But they've also made it really difficult for programs that need to use that stuff to use it. So whenever you go and use something that needs a camera, it pops up and asks you, "Oh, do you want to allow it permission?" And you have to go into the settings and allow it permission. And then when you do that, it tells you, "All right, you got to restart the program." So you got to restart the program. Let me tell you, I restarted OBS like 6 times. I had to do a screen capture. I had to allow it to use my webcam. I had to allow it to use my um, microphone. I had to keep restarting OBS like 6 times to get it to work. And then, if God forbid, you have somebody who's trying to use that stuff and you say no, they have to like uninstall and reinstall the program or dig around in the settings to find it or all these things. Audacity doesn't work right now properly with it because we can't access some of the audio engines. So you have to boot it from the command prompt, the terminal, excuse me, to get Audacity to work properly. This is like all this weird fucking shit going on because Apple is like, nope, nobody can use anything. Yeah, you can ask what this is. We're cutting out pieces for face shields for the hospital. So right now you're looking at a machine cutting out this little plastic piece here that helps keep these rubber bands together. Unfortunately, we're running low on elastic, which is what we did before. And I have another machine cutting out these foam pieces right here that go in the top. That's the big machine cutting out the foam pieces. And then you're looking at the smaller machine over here. We're just chilling, cutting on the laser, making sure things don't go up in flames. Yeah, it's not bad. I've been doing overtime and regular time nonstop for the last like 3 weeks trying to get these things out at work. So, but I'm just streaming it just to say hi to people and chill and all that. Except I drank almost this whole bottle of water and I have to pee. And that laser cut that you're watching is only 20 minutes, no, 10 minutes into the half-hour cut. I should leave it on the machine. Ugh. We got 3D printers going upstairs printing the frames. We just timed out for like 9 minutes. You were timed out here? Hmm. I don't actually have chat up. Do you remember what time you were timed out? I mean, I have chat up, but I'm not signed in, so. streaming and helping out. Yeah, yeah. That's weird, Griff. Yeah, I didn't time you out. I don't remember you saying anything that was timeout worthy. So if you did get timed out, I'm sorry. I'm also not sure how that could have happened. I don't know. I'm scrolling up through chat. Well, I'm also not signed in, so I don't know, Frey. I'm not signed into my chat. I'd have to go home and look. Yeah, sorry, dude. If you were timed out, it wasn't on purpose. And yeah, unfortunately, like I said, I'm not really signed in on any of these computers, so I can't even look or get DMs about it. So. Blame Todd, yeah. Blame Todd Howard. It just works. See that timeout? You can get it. Yeah, I've heard of it before. Yeah, I've heard of that stuff kind of happening before. I don't know. I can't imagine that Twitch has some kind of like anti-spam thing, because it wasn't even like you were really talking that much, you know? I don't know. Like I said, when I get home, I'll try and look and see, but I mod for Vinny, and I've heard people complain about that before, and we'll like look, and it says they're not timed out, so I don't know. It shouldn't. It shouldn't be a site-wide thing. Pretty sure that they don't do that. Because otherwise, one person could just go through the alphabet and start banning everybody, and then no one would be able to use Twitch, you know? That would be pretty funny, though. Yeah, nah, that's weird, man. Sorry. I mean, you even saw that guy earlier who was pasting that copy pasta. I didn't even time him out, so it's not. I'm not really. It's not like I'm handing him out left and right and just pretending I'm not. It's a weird quirk, I guess. Oh. All right. I'm glad you're not upset. I gotta hit the bathroom. Man. All right, I'll tell you what, chat. I'm gonna hit the bathroom. Yeah, it does take the weird path, doesn't it? It like fucking meanders down and over and then back and around. I don't know. I'll be back in a minute. Hello? Hello? We're all here? Sweet relief, oh yeah. Does he dictate the design? I dictate the design, but I don't dictate the order that it passed. There might be a way to make me, rank things on importance as to what order it does things in, but it beats me, man. I left the mic on the dryer. You know what happened? I took my AirPod out, and so it turned the mic off, and so it was using the internal mic on the laptop, which is sitting right on top of the air filter. I didn't even think about that. Sorry. What makes the machine do it a certain way? I don't know, to be honest. In between the software and the hardware are drivers that dictate what to send the machine. I'm assuming some kind of G code or whatever, and it must be in there where it does some kind of like, not slicing, but pathfinding or whatever, and it must do it on the order that I copied and pasted things, or I don't know. I honestly don't know. It must be that the software dictates what order it goes in. Because it's weird, like if I show you the file, I made the top left one, and then I made all the ones going downward, and then I copied that across, and then I copied the last 6 or so, which are right angles to those on the side. So it's not going in the same order that I copied and pasted things. It must be whatever drivers it is that decides to slice it, does it in whatever order it thinks is optimal, I guess. I designed that so almost everything... Basically what I did is I made that top left one, and then I copied that down below, and I deleted any lines that intersected, so it didn't cut in the same area twice, and then I copied that downward, and then I copied that entire row over to the right, and I deleted anywhere where it touched the left-hand one, and then I can copy that again and again. Because it doesn't need to cut the same area twice. That just melts and makes things nasty and fire hazard, you know? Yeah, there must be some kind of algorithm. Maybe if I told the machine to cut faster, it would go a different route. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I have it set to a certain speed and power right now just to make it cut nice, basically. It is 22 out of like 36 minutes in, so it's got a while to go. But interestingly enough, it's going down this row here that you see, that third row. It's going to go down the fourth row. It's going to do stuff on the side, but then stuff like, it's going to be hard to point it out to you, but where is it? Let me find. You can see right behind here, there's spikes missing. Where? Here? Wherever it is, right? There's spikes missing down here. But if you look at the very top left, that second one down from the top is missing spikes too. So it's going to do that near the end, even though that was in the front. So I don't know what to tell you. It does whatever the hell it wants. Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's crazy fascinating. Like I said with the foam, it cuts the foam out in a weird order too. I have 3 columns. Ooh, my voice cracked. 3 columns of 12. And it starts with column 2, the first one, then column 3, the first one, then column 1, it does the whole column. Then it goes back to column 2 and does number 3, and then number 2, and then number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then it goes to column 3 and does 3, and then it does 2, and then it does 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it has a mind of its own. It has some sort of... It tries hard. But you see what I mean about the very top left, how it's missing some of the spikes in there? It's going to do that towards the end. Even though that's the second thing that was on that sheet. You know, the top left one was there first, and the one right underneath it was there second. So I don't know why it skipped that. It gets it in the end. It doesn't really matter. It's just weird. You guys can still hear the music too, yeah? I don't normally use OBS on Mac, so I don't know like what breaks it and what doesn't. And... Ah, a little flare up there. Yeah, there's music. Okay, cool. You can see the condensation, the moisture, whatever it is, the little heat area on that. There's a little flare up. I miss seeing it, but I can tell just by the pattern that there was a little flare up. That's fine. Flare ups in acrylic aren't that bad. Mainly because the laser imparts a lot of power and it heats stuff up and it's able to light things on fire. But everywhere around it takes a lot of energy to catch on fire. Whereas the polyurethane, it fucking tries to go by itself. At least the machine doesn't have OCD because it would have shut itself down after missing the first one. Yeah. No, it meanders where it wants to. As long as it gets the job done, who am I to dictate? That's not true. There would be certain reasons why you might want to do things in a certain order. For expansion of materials that expand weird, or not to get things too hot. You may want it to do certain things in a certain order. And I don't doubt that there's a way to do it. I just don't know what it is. It may be that I don't, because I had everything grouped as one big object after, you know, it's still small objects, but it's all grouped together. I don't know if maybe if I did them all as their own individual groups or whatever, if it would do them separately in a different order, or if I have to punch a button in the machine that goes from the logical order, you know, or the efficiency order. You know, I honestly don't know. I don't know the machine that well. I don't know the software that well. I just kind of do basic repairs on them, you know, things like clean the lenses off, which I should probably clean the lenses off. I've been running these hard. Or, you know, we had an issue where the machine, the camera wouldn't hook up to the machine properly, and I was taking it apart and talking to the guys at the troubleshooting center, trying to get it back in order and all that. A more stable material, likely, yeah, it's also quite a bit more dense. Obviously, the foam has a lot of air in it, so there's a lot more surface area, a lot more area for it to light up easier. So that's also kind of the same reason why I can blow it out when it goes on fire. Whereas if the acrylic goes up, it might be a bit harder for me to blow out, you know. We also cut wood here. I got scrap wood over here. Scrap wood. And you know, people etch the wood. There's examples of etchings that people have done, or cuts people have done. This is a cool one. Let me see if I get it in the view of the camera. Not that tall. Like that's all cut out. There are other ones that are like etched. It's probably a little hard to see. You get things like This is etched in acrylic. You know, stuff like that. Yeah, it's not too bad. All right, this one's coming to the end of the cut. The one you're watching. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left to do. That's the part that you're seeing is the back that holds the back strap basically. We run short on elastic, so we also use rubber bands, and so this just sits between them, gives something that's not rubber bands to touch people's heads, so it's a little bit easier to get on and off if you have long hair. I'm also cutting foam as well on the other laser cutter. The one you're not looking at is cutting foam. Yeah, it's tough because we don't have enough elastic to go around, so we either stop making them or people use rubber bands. So hopefully this will help give people something to grab onto that's not a rubber band, which should help alleviate a lot of the hair tangles, hopefully. It's tough because I know we have a bunch of elastic, but yeah, it's cloth covered elastic. But one of the designs that we have needs elastic to work, and one doesn't. And so the one that doesn't, we're trying not to use elastic on. The one I just showed you is the one that doesn't need elastic, obviously. The one that does, I don't have an example of in front of me. But we have like elastic like you would have on like a pair of boxers or whatever, you know what I mean? It's elastic in fabric. A couple more flare-ups I saw. One or two. It's fine. Looks like it's cutting the last two pieces there. This is about to end as well, so. Never use rubber bands on hair. It sucks. The problem is when you expand a rubber band, there's a lot of cracks in it, and that when it unexpands, I don't know how you want to call it. It's gone L. The hair gets in those cracks, and so it pulls the hair basically. It ends up being just a big hair pulling machine. All right, that one just finished. I heard it. I'm gonna pull the last of this foam out, and then we'll address that, and then we'll be heading out of here. What's going on with you today, Al? Anything good? Expands and contracts. There you go. I knew there was a word that was the opposite of expand. One of those SAT words, you know? God, the fucking SATs. Everyone, all my admissions to college, didn't know what to make of my SATs. And they all told me about it when I talked to them for the interviews. Because, like, the math and the word recognition or whatever sections, I scored, like, fucking super high. And then the essay part, I completely bombed. I have what's called dysgraphia, which makes it kind of hard to write sometimes. So, like, my reading comprehension and my math skills were, like, off the charts. And then my fucking essay was, like, a 2-year-old tried to write it. And they were like, yeah, everything looked nice. What happened here? You know? All right. Big laser cutter, door closed. Ski off. Get back from a bike ride. Nice. 8 miles. Damn, dude. Alright. I'll shut down some of this noise in here so I can think again. It's still going. Oh, that's still going. Goodbye. Oh, it's so quiet. It's so nice. Alright, let's get you. I don't know if you can hear it. Ugh, it fucking smells terrible too. I absolutely hate that smell. The fucking cooked acrylic. Ugh. Scored almost perfectly in math and science. Is like an F on the reading portion, so I want you to stick with. Yeah, that sucks. I was in and out of like support and like the special ed classes all through middle school and high school, which kind of sucks because like, not that I want to say anyone in special ed is not smart, because obviously there are very smart people in it, but you kind of get labeled as like not a smart person for being in special ed. And I don't consider myself to be a fucking brainiac, but I think I have a mediocre set of brains in me, you know? I say as I breathe in acrylic fumes and throw pieces of acrylic at a table. You want your dad and he called this time for me? That's not bad, dude. No reason to stress you out now, you know? Especially with all the fucking virus shit going around. You don't want to be overexerting yourself if you don't have to. Yeah, it's unfortunate, Griff, but it's alright. I swear, this smells absolutely horrid. It smells like melting plastic. I can feel my brain like fucking rotting away. That's maybe I need to go back to special ed after this. My gears just turned differently, yes. I don't know, like when I was tested in 4th grade for it. They took me, to an external location to be tested and all that, and they had things where there's a pattern in a book and they have a bunch of cubes, and the cubes, I'm using not a cube as a cube. The cubes have on one face it'll be white, on the other face it'll be red, and the other faces will be like half white, half red, a diagonal or whatever. And they give you a shape to make, and you have to kind of like set the cubes up in the same way and all that shit. And it was like trivial for me. I was doing these things so fast, and then it would be like, all right, write me a sentence about what you see in this picture, and it would just be like, I can't do that. Like, it's fucking taking me half an hour to write a sentence about that, So it's just not the greatest way to live, All right, I gotta use the vacuum, so I'm gonna mute the mic for a minute. Cool. Yep, that's pretty much what it was. Cool. All right. That's all I got for today. I'm gonna start closing up shop. That's my favorite part, is vacuuming, to be honest. What's interesting is I've noticed is that when you're vacuuming, sometimes it'll grab a little chunk of the, yeah, I'm gonna play Persona later, yeah. It'll grab some of the things, but it won't suck them up, and it'll just like whip them across the room because it imparted all that energy to suck it up, and then it like escaped. But yeah, I'm playing Persona later. I just I gotta go eat and relax a bit, and then I'll be on. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me. I'm gonna close out of this here now. So, hopefully you guys have a good night. Hopefully you come by and say hello later when I play Persona. Hopefully, and yeah, that's all I got for you. Have a good one, guys.
Hey, thanks for making it all the way to the end of this video. I know that some of the VODs can get a little bit long, so I do appreciate you sticking around. I'd like to ask real quick, if you have a friend or someone close to you who you think would like a clip or a portion or even the whole stream, please feel free to reach out to them and share this with them. I'm always looking for more respectful people to come hang out and have some fun. If you've already done that or want to help me out some other way, feel free to check out the video description for some other ways you can help support me. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.